it's Laura, and you're watching Atomic News TV. And it is Monday, and I wasn't going to make a video today because I swore I was going to take a break tonight. But I couldn't because Trump had to make a speech on Venezuela. He had to go and do it. But it's a really important speech because if you really listen to what he's saying and you kind of read between the lines, in my opinion, this is a soft declaration of war against Venezuela and Cuba. So here are the details. All right, and you're going to see me read some of these notes because there's a lot that went on in this speech, and I want to make sure that I tell you everything correctly. He did state in the beginning that the American people are standing by the side of the Venezuelan people, which I believe in whole is absolutely true. He called out Maduro for everything. He called him out on his corruption. He called him out on the 90% poverty level, and he called Maduro a socialist, which we all know is true. He declares this will not happen to the U.S., which he did declare this previously in another speech, but he declared this again. Donald Trump says this will never happen to the United States. He refers to Guaido as Venezuelans' legitimate leader, which we know. We've recognized him as a country as the current legitimate leader for some time now. And refers to Maduro as the illegitimate leader. He refers to 50 countries that currently recognize Guaido as the true leader of Venezuela. And then he states that they will never go back to dictatorship again. He's saying Venezuela will never go back to dictatorship again. Let's think about that. Here's some more details. He calls out Maduro on the block of humanitarian aid. For those of you that don't know, Maduro blocked a huge amount of humanitarian aid that was sent to the country. He literally blocked the roads so the aid could not get into the country. However, Guaido has declared that sometime, I believe in the next week, I want to say the 23rd, don't quote me on that, that he will see to it that the aid will be able to come through. So we don't know what Guaido is planning right now, who he's working with. Could he be working with the U.S. to get it through? It's very possible, especially after what I'm about to tell you. Trump says Maduro would rather see his people starve and suffer, which in my opinion is true, because if you're going to block much needed food and medical care to your country, you want to see them starve. It's all about you, and it's all about the Benjamins. This is the biggest part of the entire speech. He says, when I say he says, Trump says, we know where they keep their money. Hot damn. And then he says, Maduro is a Cuban puppet. I was like, oh yeah, that was great. That was like the best part of the speech, because it's true. It's true. And then he sends a message to the military in Venezuela. He says, we are watching you. And you must not follow the orders of Maduro and continue to block aid to the country. We are watching you. Okay? And then he says, we seek a peaceful transfer of power, but all options are open. Boom, Donald Trump. He says, if you choose Maduro, you will lose everything. You guys, this is serious. This is big. These are, yeah, this is, like I said, a soft declaration of war. He requests that all Venezuelan patriots get together as one and fight back. And then you hear in the background, you hear free Cuba, free Cuba, free Cuba. So obviously the people at this particular rally and speech don't want just Venezuela addressed. They want Cuba addressed. And we know Cuba has been an issue for decades. And in this area, in Florida, there is a high population of Cubans who have left Cuba to come to the United States. So that doesn't surprise me that they were chanting Free Cuba. Okay, Cuba's next. And then he says, Venezuela and Cuba had a deal. Oil for military. So Venezuela gave Cuba oil. Cuba gave Venezuela military, which is true. We know this. And then Donald Trump says, their days are over. And those days are over. If that ain't a soft declaration of war, I don't know what is. So you guys put your thoughts and comments below. If you saw that speech, let me know what you think. And make sure you hit that like button. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, hit subscribe and then hit that bell icon. That way you can see updates about this topic and everything else political going on right now. And until next time, guys, peace out.